Hello everyone, this is me F1 Shadow, also known as Auremas Auga, and today we're gonna be commentating the first round of Australia, the Albert Park race of the rFactor Race League. So here we are, on the start line. The drivers are getting ready to do the race. The first race on Australia, it's very important to get it right here. One of his Albert drivers is shocked everyone and starting on pole, but second was Albert driver in 21st. So 5 lights, and away we go. Here is the start of a 2013 Formula 1 season. You can see this Albert way in the back. Sorry. Massa goes out wide. Oh, the crash, the carnage, down back the grid. Auga surely in the front. Here is Paul di Resta. Valtteri Bottas. Mark Webber. Jenson Button. Here you can see Rosberg and Kimi Scheiben fighting. Kimi Scheiben goes up the inside of Guido van der Garde. Let's look at the replay of the start. How Kimi Scheiben had it. Moves up to the inside. Tries to avoid any collisions. You can see Mark Webber jumping up. Overtakes Jenson Button. Goes up the inside of Rosberg and tries to do a double overtake. Guido pushes him wide. Runs again in the inside. He thinks that he has done the overtake, but eases off the throttle and Van der Garde slips by. Boom! He's in the back of Ricciardo in a 15th place, but without a front wing. What a disastrous start for him. And here is made the first mistake without a front wing. Sorry for the wheel lagging. Here you can see how Paul di Resta started. Pulls down to the inside just after the start. And here he goes, but boom! He's in the air, as Mark Webber does as well. How Paul di Resta saw it on board. And FIA race stewards gave Mark Webber a warning for hitting him in the back. On this camera you won't gonna see it because it's a bit of lag. It's lag bubble, but surely in normal screen Webber did hit Paul di Resta and then it pulls and pretty much sacrificed his own race. But here is at the end of the first lap, Kimi Scheiben missing the pit lane, but thinking, you know what, let's do it, I'm gonna drive without a front wing one more lap. Auga is surely up in the front, with Perez, Verne, and Bianchi rounding up the first 5. Here is all the other drivers. And Scheiben without a front wing, hitting the wall. Sorry for our operator making a bit bad with the replay, a bit too early. Shouldn't been in here. And Fernando Alonso retires from the race. Let's see how it happened. This should be the replay. He hits the wall and then stalls his engine, moves out of the way. What a good decision by Alonso. Scheiben runs out wide once again. He don't have a front wing, so that's, I believe, why he ran out wide. Makes one more mistake, it could have been a lot better for him. Interesting camera views from the Sauber. This time he makes normal into the pits. Sliding a little bit. missing his pit lane and having to roll back. What a disastrous start for a Zauber, especially for him when he knows that his teammate is running in first. Here he ends the second lap, and Auga is well and truly in the first place, leading from Kimi, Perez, Verne and Bianchi in the first 5. Here's Adrian Sutil going down the straight. Whoa, Adrian Sutil loses the front wing, and from Force India losing the first driver, second also having unlucky race weekend. Here what's happened, Chilton tries to go around the Hamilton, gets a little of a contact and dangerous rejoin. After the race, FIA said this is a warning shot for Chilton. Get 5 warnings and you will get a penalty, but here Felipe Massa hits the wall, destroys his engine, and that's the end of the race for Felipe. Here you can see a fight over Sutil and everyone else behind him. As soon as Sutil lost the front wing, everyone started to overtake him. Here goes Van der Gaag. Rosberg, but Bottas and Button are next. They go through Felipe Massa. Rosberg and Bottas overtakes. He runs over the curb and Button also takes a position from Sutil. What unlucky start of the season for Force India. Sutil with some sort of wheel problem. He gets into the pit lane. I don't know how he did it. Personally, I don't think it is possible with this wheel. He's in 17th place, so no really chances for Force India to score a point this afternoon. Kimi Scheibenen getting a penalty for speeding in the pit lane in his first try to pit. Here he messes up the pit lane, uses reverse gear, and finally gets into the pit lane. But he was uncommunicated enough with the Zauber team, and he made the drive-through instead of a stop-and-go penalty. Another very disastrous thing for a Zauber team. And as later in the race, he got disqualified. Here comes his teammate in first place, really gonna be trying to overtake him. He has to let him go. It's really very weird when you see one Zauber in the front and one in last. Sutil is still trying to fight. And here is a Perez fighting for second place with Kimi Räikkönen. And something happens with his engine. Here is Kimi Räikkönen. His engine has gone up, landing smoke by no reason. Kimi can still drive, but we believe sometime in the future he will have to retire. And Kimi does retire after his silly mistake into the wall. And Auga goes, and we heard that he has ran out of fuel, having no fuel. And once again, not only the radio communications problems from the Zauber, but the mechanics were not able to put enough fuel into the car. And Verne takes up the lead with Grosjean in second and Bianchi in third. Hamilton is running in fourth at the moment, and Peak in fifth. You can see Bottas also retiring there at the back. This is what happened at this moment. He just gone and simply pulled out of the way, so probably some of the engine problems. At the time when Bottas retired, Button had an awesome overtake around the outside and then the inside of Guido van der Garde. A bit of a lag, so sorry for that. He's in 11th place. Here is Jules Bianchi, some why having the engine problem or something, and giving a 3rd place for Lewis Hamilton. So here's the race results, as Van Grosjean, Hamilton, Vettel, Ricciardo, Piquet, Maldonado, Button, Rosberg and Guido van der Garde. And here are the point scoring positions and point season score. Van is in the first, Grosjean, Hamilton, Vettel, Ricciardo, Piquet, Maldonado. So thank you for watching, and I'm out of here. Goodbye.